lot of people are saying The Mandalorian is the best Star Wars we've had in years. Some of you probably say that. And we all really hope it stays that way, but alright. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I'm worried about The Mandalorian. And no, I'm not worried that Din Djarin is gonna get killed off. They'd have to rename the show The Baby Yoda. I mean, let's be real. Baby Yoda's been carrying the whole damn series on his tiny little back for quite a while now. The most recent episode, The Jedi, was hyped up to be the episode that defined this series. It's what everyone was waiting for. But after watching it back a couple of times, I'm getting worried about where this thing is headed. No longer is this a show about The Mandalorian. The show is beginning to tie itself to other Star Wars titles at an alarming rate. The animated TV series, The Clone Wars, and Star Wars Rebels, as well as some older Star Wars books and Legends material, stuff that's no longer considered canon since Disney started running the show. Now, I'm not necessarily saying this all is a bad thing, but more just something to look out for. Today, I want to share some of my opinions about this episode and the series, where it's headed, both positive and negative, how I feel about Baby Yoda, the Mando, Ahsoka, and everything else in between. So, hey everyone, it's Andrew. When you hear the words fan service, what do you think? Do these words trigger you? Because that's what it feels like The Mandalorian is becoming, a fan service. This season keeps delivering more and more of what fans want, which doesn't sound like such a bad thing, hey? It's confirming rumors we've had for ages about certain characters being involved in the show, as well as delivering surprises that are equally enticing. And no episode has done this so much as Chapter 13, The Jedi.
Where is Grand Admiral Thrawn?
But just because fans are getting what they want doesn't mean this is a good thing, because I think the series is starting to overlook some very important aspects of why they're making this thing at all. Let's go back to what the idea of this show was right from the beginning. It's in the title, The Mandalorian, a lone gunslinger just trying to make his way in the universe. He finds the child, receives the call to action, and late in the first season is tasked with returning the baby back to its kind. Along the way, he and the child go on different quests on their journey. Stop off at this planet, help these people do this in exchange for information, fly to the next planet, and repeat. That's kind of been the basic structure. And now, halfway into the second season, the writers decided to start revealing some of the series' biggest mysteries. And they're doing this by tying it to the larger Star Wars narrative, and potentially even the Skywalker saga. It's becoming much bigger within this universe. It's tying to all the other connected media. Who is Baby Yoda, you ask? Well, his name is Grogu, although just for the record, I'm going to continue referring to him as Baby Yoda. I refuse to accept the name Grogu. Not that I have anything wrong with the name Grogu, it sounds like a nice name, but Baby Yoda's just so cute. How can I get away from that? So he was actually being raised in the Jedi Temple on Coruscant during the Clone Wars? Wait, what? So he's not just some mystery baby with a unique connection to the Force? He was at the Jedi Temple on Coruscant the same time as Obi-Wan, Yoda, Windu, everyone else were there trying to navigate the Clone Wars. Good thing he wasn't with the younglings. Otherwise, well, we all know what happened to this poor kid. As interesting it is to have the Baby Yoda mystery revealed, I kind of wanted this to keep going. I mean, we're only halfway through season 2. It feels early, to be honest, to drop so much information into the show. I personally would have preferred Baby Yoda to have been a complete mystery, like a child that was abandoned and left on someone's doorstep. I mean, it's still possible his background will explain Yoda's origins, but all of this is my personal preference, of course. It's just my opinion. I don't want him to have anything to do with the Jedi Temple. We'll see where they take it though. Now, my main issue with where The Mandalorian is headed has to do with its connection to other Star Wars titles. It's supposed to be a standalone show, but in the first 5 episodes of this season, we've had 3 character cameos already. Boba Fett, we all wanted to see. It's not yet clear how he'll further be involved, whether or not he'll even make another appearance in this season, or if he is in fact getting his own TV series, which also, that'd be awesome. I'd love to see that. Temuera Morrison, man, big fan. Then Bo-Katan, the first character to be brought into live action from the Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels. I guess it makes sense for her to be part of the show, considering how this is a show all about a Mandalorian, and Bo-Katan opens the door for Din Djarin on more of what it means to be a Mando. He learns he's part of the Children of the Watch cult who keep their helmets on and follow a more extreme code. He learns he came from that part of the world and there are other Mandalorians. And then we get Ahsoka Tano, who basically gets an entire episode dedicated to her. Again, almost everyone who knows Ahsoka loves Ahsoka, and of course everyone wants to see her brought into the show, want to see this character develop. The mystery around where she was hiding, what she was up to, that's now kind of unfolded and being revealed. But that's That's 3 characters now in the second series that, let's be real, lots of Star Wars fans wouldn't even know about. A lot of people probably wouldn't know who Bo-Katan and Ahsoka Tano are. Not everyone watched the Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels, and yes, this might encourage more people to go back and start watching the other shows, but I feel like The Mandalorian is losing its identity. The focus isn't on the Mando anymore, especially not in this episode. Yes, we get the brief moments of him returning to the child to say goodbye, but what was this episode really about? Giving fans epic lightsaber sequences of Ahsoka owning some random town of minor characters. That's what it boiled down to, just the spectacle and not the emotional. I also have an issue with the pacing of each episode recently. I feel like the series isn't taking the time to highlight significant moments and instead just glazes right over them. For example, Mando meets Ahsoka. One moment, Ahsoka's attacking like a wild beast trying to get food for its family. The next, she's just like, oh, you know Bo-Katan, yeah, no worries, mate, all good. It's so quick, that transition. Where's the tension? Where's the moment of her realizing the Mando isn't the enemy and kind of that transition into, oh, there's a hesitation here. He's not actually an enemy, even though the Mandalorians and the Jedi have been enemies for literally forever. The same can be said for the city Ahsoka wants to liberate. We know nothing of this place, who the people are who live here. We're not given a reason to care. I mean, we see some slaves, but I'm like, yeah, I don't even know who these people are. Why do I care? We see this slave here and we're about to be introduced to him? No. We're told the magistrate, Morgan Elsbeth, has dealings with the Empire and is supposed to feel the stakes of this? No. We don't get that. And then we get yet another name drop. Grand Admiral Thrawn. So yet another pre-existing Star Wars character is going to make an appearance in this series. And not just Thrawn, but now Din Djarin is taking Baby Yoda to Tython, an ancient Jedi temple, where Baby Yoda will be able to call out to another Jedi through the Force who's potentially going to come and train him. Now, only 2 names come to mind. Ezra Bridger, another Rebels character, or Luke Skywalker, unless there's going to be another new Jedi come. But there's a chance this could be directly tied to the Skywalker saga now. The only other Jedi I could think that would come to train Baby Yoda are Cal Kestis, who, let's be real, is probably going to be dead by this point, and Yaddle. Pretty sure Yaddle's still alive, seeing as though she left the Jedi Order before the Clone Wars started. Would they really bring Yaddle back as a character though? Stranger things have happened. You know what's funny about all this? Suddenly, the Yaddle and Yoda theory becomes more plausible. Perhaps Yaddle is the mother after all. If Baby Yoda was being trained in the Jedi Temple in Coruscant and is 50 years old already, it's very possible he's the child of Yoda and Yaddle. Like I said, stranger things have happened. And who saved Baby Yoda during Order 66? How did he survive? Who was training Baby Yoda? Does this mean we're going to get another pre-existing character make an appearance later in the show? Did they survive the Purge and Order 66? Is there another Jedi out there in hiding? We just don't know yet. Now this, I'm sure, is going to be an unpopular opinion. Please don't hate me for it. But my favorite episode so far of the entire Mandalorian series was Chapter 10, The Passenger. Because of how it was paced and how it focused on the Mandalorian himself. It was kind of like an introspection on his life. Like I said, a simple man making his way through the universe. He's trying to do his job and follow the trail to the Jedi, but to do that, he needs to do favors for people, or for space frogs he only just met. And of course, along the way, he runs into trouble and never knows if he'll survive. He's just grinding away. And that's what I love about it. It was meaningful because it focused on his emotions and his life. Not that character from the Clone Wars everyone loves, swinging around 2 white lightsabers. This means nothing. This is heavy stuff. I think a lot of people see The Passenger as a filler episode, but it really isn't. It's another chapter in his journey. It's slower paced, giving us time to observe these characters' lives rather than throw references and characters at us from every other TV show. Okay, rant over. I hope this gave you a bit of a different perspective on The Mandalorian, and I hope you also agree with some of what I said. But if you don't, please let me know. I'd love to hear what you guys thought of this episode, whether you enjoyed it or thought it needed to go deeper and spend more time developing characters, where you think the series is going as well. But I do hope we can at least all agree on one thing. Baby Yoda for life. Now, I've been theorizing about a Mandalorian video game. That's something I'm sure we'd all love to see in play, Mando wielding the Darksaber. And that's what I talked about in this video here. So you can go watch that and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and join my Discord. Come send me your thoughts on The Mandalorian. If you join my Discord as well, we've got a Mandalorian chat going in there. You can come share spoilers, opinions, whatever you want. But thanks for watching this. My name's Andrew. I'll catch you soon.
Stay bombastic.